What's up, everybody? It's Who Are You Wednesdays, and this is a little bit of the personal side of AJ Green as opposed to the timeline series. And this episode is all about sickle cell. I kind of mentioned it a little bit last week, and I got a lot of questions wondering, like, what is it? How does it affect me? How have I dealt with it? And so this is going to be all about sickle cell. For those that do not know, I was diagnosed with sickle cell disease when I was born, so I've dealt with it my entire life, and it's been an uphill and a downhill battle, but it's definitely made me stronger. Also, do not know, sickle cell disease is an inherited blood disease that causes your normal red blood cells, which are donut shaped, to become crescent shaped, like a crescent moon. And they get caught in the veins, and that delivers less oxygen to that part of the body. And it causes this excruciating pain. I always say, like, sickle cell is a very painful disease at times. I've often compared it to being hit on a football field without any pads, anything on, by the linebacker. It is an excruciating pain, and it's almost like a construction site. Like they're taking a jackhammer and just going in on that particular part of the body. It hasn't been easy dealing with it, but I think as I've gotten older, it varies. It really does vary. I cannot say because I think as I've gotten older, it's gotten better, but then there's also been episodes where I felt like it's gotten worse. But nonetheless, it's definitely, like I said, made me super strong and made me totally grateful to just be living, because I know a lot of people that struggle with it on a daily basis, that literally sometimes can't get out of bed. And I'm so thankful, I'm so grateful that I'm still able to be AJ. I can still get out of bed, I can still go out and enjoy my day, and I'm so grateful for that. It hasn't been easy, but I think because of this pride thing that I have, it's caused me to be kind of quiet about it, because I don't want people, and I've always said this throughout my entire life, I don't want people to pity me. I don't want people to feel sorry for me, because if I can get up and make the best out of each day that I'm given, I know somebody else can. And I don't think people, they think, when anybody has a disease, it's like every day's a bad day, or every day's a day that you're just struggling. And for me, I look at it like every day is another obstacle, another hurdle that I have to get over, regardless if I'm in pain, if I'm not. So I've been truly, truly grateful. I haven't had the best experience with it. So the question was, what's it like living with sickle cell? It's been hard at times, but then it's also been like, okay, I see other people. I always say that it could be much worse. It could be way worse. I couldn't be able to sit in front of you and do these videos. It could be where I wasn't allowed to be on stage. So I'm so grateful, like I said, to be able to still do what I love to do and still be AJ and not be held down by it, but just be uplifted by overcoming it. Because even though I'm still struggling with it every day, it definitely makes me stronger and stronger each day. Having sickle cell has it's not stopped me, it's strengthened me. And that's one of the biggest things one of my biggest testimonies to people is just, look, we're going to go through things in life, things are going to happen, but you have to stay strong, you have to keep your faith, and that's the biggest thing of it. One of the biggest moments for me, actually, in my career, aside from all my performances, anything like that, was getting the opportunity. I never realized how much of an inspiration I really was to people. I talk freely, I'm an open book with people, and sickle cell is just something like, hey, I deal with it, you can be strong. And a moment that happened in my career that changed my life. That's funny, because I get like super chills when I think about it, because I'm like, wow, I had this opportunity. Two things actually happened. I was awarded the opportunity to become the spokesperson for the Remington College's 3 Lives Blood Drives campaign. It's this thing right here we talked about last week, and that was something that I never thought that I would, spokesperson for having, blood drives and making sure you're giving blood to blood banks, because for me, blood transfusions were like an every 2-week thing at one point in time in my life. And I know that if I needed them every 2 weeks, just imagine, the people that besides me that needed it every 2 weeks or every day, or, car accidents or anything major that's happened to where you need blood. So that's why I became the spokesperson. And it was such a life-changing experience for me, because I didn't realize just in that moment that people look to me as inspiration and as somebody to almost aspire to be the strength that I have. And I'm like, I'm just just living my day and trying to be as positive as possible, not knowing that, like, wow, people really look to me as somebody that is so strong and can take a lot. Another big moment for me that really, really changed my life forever was when I got a chance to, while I was visiting a campus, a Remington College campus in Mobile, Alabama. I got the opportunity to meet the Sickle Cell Disease Association's Mobile chapter, their center, like, where a bunch of kids go that have sickle cell disease. And I got a chance to speak, and I got a chance to talk to them and sing, and we played games. We chatted. I signed some autographs, and I look back and I was absolutely taken back by it. As a matter of fact, I think I have a picture. I do. It's got tape on it because it's on my wall normally. But I was able to do something so major for me that I don't think I'll ever forget. All of these children that are in this photo have sickle cell disease, and I got there, and I remember I was like so nervous because I'm like, I work with kids, but I didn't think I'd ever get a chance to talk about something that's so personal to me. It's like sickle cell disease, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Like, I was so nervous because I'm not a talker, so that's one thing. And I got there, and all of a sudden I just felt so comfortable. I felt so open and like just wanting to be like, guys, like let's have some fun, let's not make it a down moment. And so we started singing, we started playing games. I mean, I just made it into like a moment to where all of us can forget about what we deal with every day. And that was a life-changing experience. There is no performance, there is no accolade, there is no accomplishment that is bigger than me getting a chance to talk to those kids. I mean, and it just changed my love for strong individuals and for people that overcome things. Like, totally, it just made it so much stronger. This is my testimony. This is why I get on stage, and this is why I sing the way I do. This is why I do what I do, because I know that there's somebody out there that looks up to me as inspiration. And I know there's people out there that struggle day to day with everything, with things that they go through, regardless if it's a disease, if it's a family member that has a disease, any disease, it doesn't matter. It just teaches people to be strong and teaches people to really trust God in anything that's going to happen. And that's definitely been my lesson. And my slogan in life is just, I wasn't built to break. I was built on a strong foundation. I mean, many things have tried to break me down, but I definitely can say that I've stayed so strong, and I've kept a brave faith and face throughout it. Another question that I got was, what was the worst moment with having sickle cell? I would say about maybe two years ago or about a year ago. And for me with sickle cell, and I don't know, it could be for other people that have sickle cell as well, it's a sudden crisis that you go through. I mean, you cannot predict it. You don't know when it's going to happen. But there are certain things that cause it to take place. For me, it could be cold weather. For other people, it could be swimming. For other people, it could be high altitudes. For me, it doesn't. I never know when it's going to happen, so I have to be like super prepared for it, or try to prepare for it, which to prevent it, drink lots of water, make sure you're hydrated. That's the biggest thing about it. And about 2 years ago, I was doing okay. I was feeling a little bit like, something's off. Okay, I don't feel so well, but let me just take a nap. So I decided to lay down, and I was laying at the foot of my mom's bed, actually, and I woke up and I'm like, okay, something's wrong. Like, my back started hurting, and I'm like, okay, So normally for me, heat makes it just everything so much better. So heating pad, getting in like a hot tub, whatever. So I got in the tub and I'm like, okay, what's going on? And all of a sudden, it's weird because I got chills talking about it. All of a sudden, I'm out of breath. I cannot breathe. Like, I'm gasping, and I'm like, and my thought in my head is, this is how I'm about to leave this earth. I cannot lie to you. I said, this is how I'm going to leave this earth. I can't breathe. I can't call anybody. I am about to die in a tub. Oh my goodness, what am I going to do? I'm like trying to, and all I could say was mom. And I said it just as loud as I could. It was the only time that I can say it. And my mom came in the bathroom, and of course I'm in the tub, so I'm naked, and I'm like, this is so embarrassing. And I'm like, I can't, and I just couldn't breathe. And so automatically we had to call 911. The ambulance came. I was taken to the hospital. I don't know what. We still to this day don't know what caused that, or like, because I've never had a crisis like that. I mean, and when I say that was the worst crisis that I've ever gone through in my entire life, I mean, I don't think I thought I was dying. That's how bad it was. I mean, the pain was coming through like my back, like just no, I couldn't talk, I couldn't move. And I remember I was in the emergency room and I just laid there. I don't remember much else about that whole episode because I was completely out of it. The pain had literally taken me to another place. I don't remember a lot of it, but it was definitely the worst that I had to go through. And I think I spent about maybe a week or so in the hospital at that time. And it was very hard. Like, I mean, I don't think it's indescribable. I literally cannot. I wish I could explain the pain that I was going through, but it was terrible. And that was the worst one that I went through. But moving forward, I definitely can say that it strengthens me. It makes me a better person. It definitely teaches me to keep on a brave face, teaches me to smile, teaches me to not take life for granted, teaches me to take life by the horns and say, look, I'm not going to be held down by this. I'm not going to let this determine what I do in my life. And that's why I still strive to be everything that I want to be in my life and still strive at these amazing accomplishments that I've had. And I'm so grateful and I'm so blessed that I've been able to do this while living with the disease. You know, there's some people that don't get that opportunity. So I'm truly blessed and I'm truly thankful for everything that I've gone through with sickle cell. Some people look at it as a blessing, some people look at it as a curse. I look at it as my blessing and my curse because yes, it has been something that has definitely brought me down in many moments, but it has blessed me to be able to do some of the amazing things that I've done in my career because of the strength that I have and of the people that look to me as an inspiration. So, but anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. These are very long, I realize that, but thank you for tuning in and staying tuned. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Timeline Thursday. It's AJ Green. See you tomorrow.